Hello and welcome to this taste challenge, this Dawnbusters taste challenge here at 5:46 a.m. Central Daylight Time. We have Old Crow 1835. Well, this recipe is from 1987, but the brand Old Crow Straight Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey introduced 1835 versus Early Times introduced in 1860, and they used to have a different recipe. I know that because if you look at the old advertisements, it was 86 proof. Now it's 80. So when it changed, I do not know. Brown-Forman versus Beam-Suntory. All right. It's been a Brown-Forman brand since the 1920s, and that's been a Beam-Suntory brand since the 1980s, 87 to be completely accurate. Good, great morning, Ron, says Victor. Good morning, Victor. I hope the audio is okay. We're going to see it probably will deteriorate. Old Crow and Early Times. Okay. They're both aged 36 months. They're both 80 proof. They're both from Kentucky. So I assume that it's going to be quite difficult to tell them apart. I would expect that the quality will be about the same and that the general conclusion will be that there isn't much point in trying to tell them apart because they're so similar you may as well shop price, which in this case would be about $1 or $2 difference. The Old Crow generally $10.99 a bottle, and the Early Times $8.99 per bottle. So if you're getting essentially the same product, you may as well shop price. Now the only real difference besides the ownership is that Early Times they're aging it in used barrels, and Old Crow in first used, never before used charred oak. That might make a difference. So let's make sure here. Old Crow, Early Times. All right, so I'll mix it up. Both very old brands, been on the market so long. I noticed a lot of people are having trouble with the Hangouts. I was watching Joe D did a review of, I can't remember, a regular beer, some like Guinness or whatever, but you could really not understand him for a good, could understand parts of it. It was just breaking up, and I said, it's got Google Chrome issue again. Okay, so golden, amber, similar appearance, aroma. A little bit medicinal here, like that antiseptic, but some wood, some caramel. All right. Same thing, but this one's a little sweeter, I believe. A little spicier as well. So which one smells better? It's hard to say. Just because two things are different doesn't really mean one is better than the other. I think this one might have more rye in it. As far as the aroma is telling me, well, let's go with the taste. Sweet, caramel, the wood, the vanilla, oak. What we say commonly associated, a taste commonly associated with whiskey. I would buy the Old Crow because of the price. It's well known and used in some movies, and then in the Early Times, says Victor. That's fine. You're not really paying much more. $8.99 to $10.99. Definitely more oaky and spicy here. They're both standard flavors, and there's nothing horrible or bad or off or weird or unpleasant about either one. So they both are working fine for me. Now, you might counter, your counterpoint might be, yeah, but you're too easy to please. You like most everything. I wouldn't deny that. I do tend to like a lot of products, and I'm not too picky. Now, whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. That is the truth. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm more stringent in what I appreciate than I am. But they just don't taste bad to me. They taste good. Seem like a good deal. You're getting a whiskey for $8.99 to $10.99. They taste delicious. So I don't know. Some people might have an issue with that. I don't. I saw some at Mathern's, $174 for a bottle. I think it was Wild Turkey, some specialty Wild Turkey. I was like, no, I don't think so. $147, and then there was one for $117. I mean, if that's what people want to buy, but like William says, William Kepley, start at the bottom, you go up the ladder. You see how the quality improves. So which is which? Well, last call. I think the one on the right is a little better, honestly. I think this is Old Crow, because I don't remember Old Crow having too much of a rye thing going, and it tastes very similar to Jim Beam. But I can see through the bottom of the glass. It's not Old Crow, it's Early Times. Oh well, got it wrong. And this is Old Crow. Okay, so now that I know what it is, and what did I say at the beginning? I thought I could probably get them wrong. I am starting to see a little bit of that mossy greenwood in the taste. But see, now I know what it is, right? So it's no longer blind. So then your preconceived notions, the power of suggestion can start coming into play, and don't discount that. There's a lot of validity in those kind of things. So anyway, you do these taste challenges blind, and you can expect to fail when the products are very similar, right? Now, if one is a 80 proof, and the other one's a bottled in bond, if one is a high rye mash bill like the Old Granddad, well, yeah, then it's going to be a little easier. But we got two things like this that are so close. It's like those beer taste challenges. Do all these common beers which share a commonality of flavor with slight variations. They're not all the same. It's difficult to tell them apart. And then you say, what's the point though? What's the point of telling them apart? There really is no point, honestly. It's just the main point is that people will claim that I know my such and such brand, and they only stick to that brand. But if you can't tell them apart, why are you sticking to that brand? So that's really the point of these taste challenges, that in most cases, from what we've done here, what I've done here, and William joined me, with these common products, the way to go is to shop price. Now, I mean, if you want to pay more for a different label, that's fine. Or you feel people will tease you if you bring a certain product in the house or at a party or get together, fine. Okay, fine. But don't get up there talking about one is wonderful and one is horrible, but then you haven't done a blind taste test, you can't tell them apart. Because I don't find that there's a big disparity. Victor says, have I ever had the Jack Daniel's single barrel? No, only a little taste of it. Now I did have this at the distillery. Now I did have this Jack Daniel specialty, like a holiday whiskey from 2013 that David, my friend David, brought over. Remember, he had it in the box, and we tried that twice. That was really fantastic. It was better than your typical Jack Daniel's. Well, you would hope so, since it's twice the price, right? So anyway, all right. So no, I couldn't tell them apart correctly, but the main point is that since that is the case, and I think that would, my challenge to you, now I'm making a challenge to me, right? But my challenge to you, the viewer, is you do your own taste challenges. You know, ante up. People will watch the videos and laugh, ha ha ha, look at that. Or, you know, get on the video. Don't fake it. You know, do it for real. Don't cheat. I don't cheat on these. You know, get on video and do your own taste challenge, and let's see if you can tell them apart. I don't think you could. It's pretty rare. Now, Kyle says, pretty rare I wake up and you and Black Metal Troy are my notifications. Oh, boy. Maybe you need to slow down and laugh out loud. Just kidding. Obviously, I have, yeah, this is it for today. You know, this is my whiskey intake for today. 2.5 ounces, maybe. That is, maybe. Could be. These are very small glasses. They might look big on video, but they're small. Have a good day. I'm going to go finish watching this on my way to go paint a house. You wouldn't be painting a house out in this weather here. It's raining. You certainly wouldn't be doing it in Texas, southeastern Texas. Sad situation there. Cheers. I'm going to have a tall can before I roll in. Oh, hope it's a tall can of orange juice. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching this taste challenge. The main point is made, though, and that is that with a lot of these products, price, in my opinion, ought to be the main factor at play. Seems to be the case for what I've been doing across the board, right? Illinois. Oh, okay, you're in Illinois. All right. Well, thanks, folks. That's the end of this one. Trying to make them shorter now, these taste challenges. You know, you can go on and on, blah, blah, blah.